What's up? I'm gonna tell you guys how to balance fitness with entrepreneurship and a 9 to 5. That's a promise of this video. This video is not scripted, will barely be edited. It's pure value, pure raw talk. If you want more stimulation and shit, just go to Instagram. My name is Matt. I'm a full-time engineer, balancing fitness, content creation, and a social life. And I'm also an entrepreneur. I bought and scaled a laundromat with my partner to 10K a month revenue, launched a clothing line, wrote a book on Amazon, and all of this stuff, all while, I had a 9 to 5, or I got my master's in engineering. So I balance all this shit, and one thing that's always been constant in my life has been fitness. I made a video previously about how to stay ultra consistent at the gym, so go watch that if you want more practical, like in-depth steps. But should be a quick video here. So to balance fitness with all this shit, with a very busy life, and that's the reason you guys are probably watching this, because you guys have a similar life to mine where you're super busy, always running around, but you never have time for the gym. Well, first off, if this is your priority, just make it the first thing that you do every single day. That's the easiest fix. Switch your schedule around, wake up earlier, sleep earlier, and go to the gym before work. Simple as that. Like, that will literally fix it. If that's your number one priority, it's done. Like, you'll be fit within the next, 6 months. Do that for 6 months, and then you're gonna have a physique of a god compared to where you're at right now. But that whole strategy is just, okay, what's your priority? Work on it first thing in the morning. Front load your morning with your priorities. Like, obviously, if you have kids, it's probably going to be your kids and your family, and like maybe, I don't know, packing their lunch or whatever. So do that in the morning, and then but still, you could wake up earlier and then do that stuff first, and then go to the gym, and then be back when they wake up, or whenever you have to wake them up, etc. But so that's the main fix. If that's your priority and you just you never find time, it's obviously not your priority. But if it's making you feel guilty, like every time you go out to a social event, or you're at work and you're like, damn, I need to go to the gym, like I didn't go to the gym yet, or like I need to conserve my energy at work today because I want to go to the gym later, and then you go home and then you fall asleep on the couch, or you just never get to the gym because life wakes up and starts. Everyone's calling you, everyone's busy, everyone expects your time, and you become super busy. And then by the end of the night, it's like, oh shit, I didn't go to the gym again, and now I hate myself, right? So the solution to that is literally just put that shit in the morning. Do that first thing in the morning, if that's your main priority, right? So for me right now, my main priority is building my online business. So I do content creation first, and then also healing my knees, because I've had pretty fucked up knees. So yeah, I do my knees over toes routine, which is a knee recovery routine, and some isometrics outside of my balcony every morning. So yeah, those are my priorities. But if fitness and getting to the gym consistently is your priority, throw that shit in the beginning of the day. And that's my first big piece of advice there. Sorry, there's a cool car outside. And sorry, I'm drinking sparkling water. Because I'm addicted to carbonation and sparkling water, so apologies for burping and stuff. But anyways, yeah, so aside from putting that first thing in the morning, to balance fitness, so you have to make sure you have a strong mindset first, because once you have a strong mindset, then you're able to key in your nutrition. And if your nutrition isn't dialed in with at least hitting your protein consistently, like week to week to week to week, then you're not going to make any progress. And then then you could start being consistent at the gym. So make sure your diet is pretty dialed in. So that means whole foods, like fruits and vegetables, but the main thing is hitting your protein, and not going overboard with your macros, and realizing that you're usually going to underestimate the calories that you eat. Yeah, so a good cue to follow is a single ingredient foods that you should be eating, and just like whole, natural, like unprocessed stuff. Like that is the ideal standard, right? But obviously, if we're busy, sometimes we have to get fast food, or sometimes we have to make compromises because we don't have time to meal prep, right? So the counters, there's two counters that I personally use. First is intermittent fasting, especially when I have a sedentary day. So obviously we might both have, you as the viewer might have like a desk job, right? I have a desk job. And also when I'm doing content, I'm sitting down. I'm literally sitting down right now, like filming my YouTube video. But if I have a very sedentary day, I don't eat until like 2 o'clock. And whenever my first meal is usually the most protein packed, disgusting meal, I could say, because it includes the macros that I need and gets me started at the right track, because I have the most tolerance for lack of flavor at the beginning of the day. So that means egg whites, a shit ton of them. That means drinking like an everything smoothie, like with my collagen, creatine, and protein with like fruits and vegetables. And it's just like a lot where it's like, oh, at night I wouldn't want to enjoy this, or I can't really enjoy this because just egg whites in a smoothie, or like it doesn't really taste good. But it's fine because in the morning, like I don't care. Well, that's not the morning, but like the first meal of the day, I don't care about taste. And that's just something that's been ingrained in me as I've been doing intermittent fasting throughout my life, or the past several years, I could say. So that's worked for me, and that should work for you. So just, front load everything when you're the most motivated to, get your goals. But at the end of the night, because we are busy, we have a lot of decisions to make. We have decision fatigue. We are mentally fatigued, and we want, a little bit of enjoyment. I understand that, dinner is usually we're gonna look for some, joy or satisfaction in it. Just try and make sure you hit your protein and don't go overboard with the unhealthiness in that dinner, and just excuse me, and just track everything. So once you just start, so here's also another secret. Once you just start tracking everything, this means your weight and this means your macros. If you just track everything for 60 days, you will become more fit no matter what. So all these fitness coaches online, like they're just going to give you a fitness program, which realistically you could just go on ChatGPT and put that shit in yourself, and then you'll have your fitness program. And then like you're just paying for their accountability. So you could just keep yourself accountable, or get someone else. Bro, why is my shit tripping? Okay. Yeah, you can just keep yourself accountable. And then you just have to track your weights and your macros every single day. And then you could also, track your gym progress, and then just look for constant growth, and then use any of the data as feedback, and then understand where you could improve, et cetera, et cetera. That's the whole job of a fitness coach. So basically gave you guys the secrets there. Pretty much just track everything. And once you start tracking everything for 60 days, you will become more cognizant and try and subconsciously improve on those numbers to try and make them better and better and better every single time you track it, right? So it's like, okay, I didn't hit my protein today. I hit 71 grams, but I should be hitting 1 gram per pound body weight. So I want to be hitting 150 grams. Okay, so tomorrow I'm going to try adding a protein shake. So tomorrow I'm going to hit 100 grams. Okay, so well, the 2 days after that, I want to hit like 130, right? Okay, what am I going to do? Maybe I'll just add a little more chicken, or I'll add some like ground turkey to my egg whites in the morning, and then maybe I'll hit 130 grams of protein then. And it's like these small like changes over a long period of time that get you to your goals as you're tracking every single statistic or the main key performance indicators, your weight and your macros, and you're tracking them very meticulously. And then over time, you're gonna do well in terms of getting a more aesthetic physique. So that's another piece of advice. So the first piece of advice was, if it's a priority, put it in the front of your schedule first thing in the morning, so that's countering any inconsistency arguments or inconsistency situations. Second is to track literally everything, which means your macros, or we'll track everything in terms of your macros and your weight. And then for workout programs, you literally can throw that shit in ChatGPT or shoot me a DM. Like, it's a quick conversation. Just DM me if you want to. And then, hold yourself accountable, and then keep yourself accountable for those next 60 days. And once you see progress, you're going to feel that positive momentum and you're going to just want to keep going. But and then for sedentary lives or sedentary days, I like to intermittent fast, right? So those are the 3 things that help me a lot. And then now when it comes to the gym, when you go to the gym, focus on compound lifts. Your workouts are not supposed to be 2-3 hours, because we have busy lives, because we have to work on our business, because we have our 9 to 5, because we have social events to go to, because we have family responsibilities, because we have to do content creation, et cetera, et cetera. Like, we need to be always on the move. So don't let people distract you at the gym. Focus while you're at the gym. Put your phone on do not disturb. Put your headphones in and just do your workout. And your workout should be compound based movements. Like, that should be the main part of your workout. Screw all the isometric or the isolation exercises. If you only have 30 minutes, bang it out on bench for chest, bang it out on incline bench, right? Bang it out on like shoulder press, right? And rear delt flies, right? For pull, right? Just pull ups, muscle ups, rows, heavy rows. Go, and you have to bring the intensity and you have to bring the focus, right? This is where we will keep ourselves at baseline peers with the people who have the time to stay at the gym and have very long, big volume workouts. We don't have enough time to have big volume workouts. We only have enough time for quick, short bursts of compound movements where we bring the intensity and we are super, super focused. So every time you're in the gym, you have to be focused as fuck. You have to bring the intensity, and you just have to fucking kill it. And that is the key. Like, kill your muscles when you go to the gym for people that have a very busy lifestyle, because we don't have the capacity to do big voluminous workouts, right? Like, I understand that the scientific based lifters will say, oh, well, you can't train till failure all the time. Well, they're also doing 20 set workouts, right? We have time for maybe 7 sets max. Like, for compounds, we have time for 3 sets on bench, and then 2 sets of shoulder press, and then maybe abs, and then we're out, right? Like, that's how quick our workouts need to be, or like can possibly be. Like, we need to optimize for our timing. And also, you are probably not going to train till failure. Like, you just don't have the intensity to bring. Like, I don't usually have the intensity to bring where I could train to, like, I literally cannot move my arm anymore, right? If we're talking like arms, because I'm usually too tired from my business or my 9 to 5 or whatever, like other stuff that I was worrying about that day, to really just fucking kill my body. Because you also have to realize that we are natural. I'm assuming that we're all natural here. We also have to focus on recovery, which means the nutrition needs to be on point in terms of getting the baseline, like, at least or minimum carbs, the minimum fats, the minimum nutrients, and the minimum protein, like, every single day. And you have to be getting as much sleep as possible. Like, I understand that our schedules are fucked, but, like, sometimes we need to get some naps in. Like, we have to optimize for our sleep and recovery, because we are natural athletes with busy schedules, with a lot of things on our minds. Like, lifting is a stressor, and, like, we are stressed already from a lot of other shit, like business, like 9 to 5, like family responsibilities. So we're adding a stress of lifting, especially intensely, and especially if it's a new trigger for us, like a new addition in our life. Now we're lifting super intensely. Well, that's gonna bring additional stress to the other side of your life. So we gotta optimize for recovery and intensity. Okay, so you are gonna go into the gym, be intense as fuck, focus on the compound movements, and then go home and, like, eat, and then do the shit that you need to do and get to bed early. And then you're gonna wake up and you're gonna go to the gym, do that. Then you're gonna go do your business and 9 to 5 and social life stuff and whatever else you're balancing. And then you're gonna go home, and then you're gonna eat, and then you're gonna go to sleep early. And that's pretty much how I balance fitness with entrepreneurship and the 9 to 5 in a busy lifestyle. So to recap everything here, if it's a priority to you, you won't be having this inconsistency arguments. But if you have this inconsistency at the gym and you're struggling to get to the gym earlier, consistently, just go earlier. Just go before the day wakes up and the day becomes busy, before everyone starts calling you. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is when you're sedentary and stuff, or in your sedentary days, intermittent fast. Like I'll go up to like 2-3 p.m. And then even on like the active days, like I tried to skip breakfast, because I know already that like once I eat breakfast, literally once I start eating, I just want to keep eating. So intermittent fast. Don't push it too much, because we as naturals with busy lifestyles still need like fuel. So yeah, intermittent fast on sedentary days especially. Nutrition should be dialed in by tracking your macros and hitting baseline statistics or baseline goals for your macronutrients. Track your weight. If you're trying to have a goal weight and all that stuff, track that every day, every week, and then try and improve it every single week, and just keep doing that over a long period of time. And then bring the intensity and optimize for recovery. And then the mindset that you need to be bringing in is that, okay, I will do this for a very, very long period of time and do these daily inputs of tracking macros, tracking my weight, bringing the intensity, optimizing for recovery, trying to sleep as much as possible, eating healthier, intermittent fasting. And then also, tangent, and I didn't add this earlier, if you're trying to lose weight, it's all about low intensity, steady state cardio for us. So doing, just walking as much as possible, essentially. So very low impact, low stressor, but it's very good for burning fat. Just low intensity, steady state cardio. You could look that up. It's all on Google, all on ChatGPT, LISS. And you could start implementing that. But doing that over a long period of time, every single day, will get you whatever fitness results that you want. So that's the mindset you need to be bringing in. Focus on the stuff I told you to focus on. Do it over a very long period of time, and then you guys will have a more aesthetic physique. And that's how I balance entrepreneurship, 9 to 5, content creation, social life with fitness. I hope that helped. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.